You wake up, and you can't move. It's hard to see. Light can't penetrate. You know that you're horizontal, but you can't close your eyes. You can't close your mouth. And you can feel that you're holding things. Holding them, not with your hands. In a twitch of movement, there's sudden pain. And you can feel a sharp tug on the inside of your body. Briars are growing out of your mouth, growing out of your nostrils. You feel yourself partially lacerated by the things that have emerged from your sleeping form and have filled the room here.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pull the thorns out of my mouth and nose.
You take only a single point of damage. The most uncomfortable feeling is the feeling not even of the thorns, which of course are painful, but it's the feeling of the roots at the bottom of your stomach.
Oh.
You feel, and there's a point at which you can feel that the base of this plant pulls up and its roots get exposed to, frankly, just like your stomach acid. And there's a moment where you have to go very slowly and carefully, but you feel it becomes weak enough that you can sever, and then slowly, like a controlled removing. And your mouth and nostrils, and at least there's a blessing that your nostrils don't go down into your trachea. They join the ones going into your stomach. So at least your lungs, you don't have to worry about shredding your lungs. And with one hand, you pull that free. You can feel your own blood and bile drip onto your face, stinging, and the sort of horrible scent of rotting plant matter. You hear as it leaves your nostrils and your mouth, an urgent whisper of something that doesn't so much hit your eardrums as kind of like if you close your ears and you can kind of like hear your own voice echoing in your head, it feels like something echoing off like the back of your throat or the top of your sinuses, of a voice whispering something in a language you cannot speak.
Hello? Hello?
You feel a shuddering of wind outside. The voice went suddenly still at the moment that the roots of the briars came out of your mouth.
Sir Prince? Hello? I shake the briars around me, see if I can make any kind of opening.
You shake the briars. As it does, one of the thorns, it doesn't draw blood, it's not, one of the thorns snags on a little bit of your skin, and you asked for a prince, right? Your eyes roll back in your head, and you see, could be dozens, could be hundreds. Out in the briars past this place, there are corpses. Some nothing more than bones hanging from the thorns. Some of them a little fresher. They've decomposed in an interesting way because, of course, everything of the natural world here falls asleep, except for these bodies. And you wonder why you're seeing them. You wonder why you can only see them when your bloody hand touches the briars. It's almost like the briars want you to know how safe they're keeping you. Because at the bottom of all those little groves, or hanging off of a rotting wrist, or, as is most often the case, simply resting at a jaunty angle on a bare skull, are the crowns of all the many princes that have died in the thorns.
Thank you, thorns, for keeping me safe. I think it's time for me to leave. Thank you.
With your hand on there, you see that your blood coming off of your hand, that a little sort of like root grows out of the stalk of the thing. It's sort of not how plants really work, but it's some little tendril, like bone white, fibrous plant matter touches the blood in your hand. And as it does so, you hear, please, don't leave, it's not safe.
Thank you. I think it's time for me to leave. Thank you.
None who have come have been allowed to pass. The times of shadow now pass in the never after. Here you are safe. Giants, wizards, witches, none can touch you in this tower. Dearest Rosamond, stay with us. And you see the briars shudder and begin to move. The base and most profound thing you feel from these briars, as terrifying as they are, is fear. This thing, this curse, this spell, is trying to set roots into one of the many slices on your body, trying to drink your blood, and you sense that it is deeply afraid.
I sing it a lullaby? Nothing to be afraid of.
You see that the briars begin to move, and they shudder in their movement, right? The briars go, we will keep you safe. We will keep you safe, dear princess. And you see that the briars begin to part in front of you. And on a long tendril that moves slowly and shudderingly, the briars themselves do not seem, they have not needed to move in so long. It seems that they are getting some ability of movement back, but it is coming back. As a long tendril moves, the barest end with a single budding leaf, soft and new, wrapped around a familiar, shining black spindle.
I think I don't need to go back to sleep. Thank you so much, Briars.
It's all right. All will be well in the land of dreams, princess.
No. I'm telling you no. I would like to do an acrobatics or maybe even a sleight of hand check to grab the spindle and plunge it into the briars.
Hell yes. That can be, we'll call that either acrobatics or we'll call that sleight of hand.
Great. Oh, it's a 9.
Okay.
That's not a high roll.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That is high,
That's a
24.
high roll.
You reach, the thing withdraws and slashes at you with the spindle. As you dodge out of the way, you have another opportunity to attempt the maneuver.
Great. 11.
11, you do not successfully grab the spindle. It is going to make an opposed grapple check. You only need to beat a 10 on athletics or acrobatics.
Yes!
Okay, 23.
That's a high roll.
23. So here's the issue.
That's a
It's a high
high roll.
roll.
You can avoid the grapple, get another chance at the spindle.
Great.
Or
No!
you can use that success to try to dive for where you know the window in your bedroom is.
Oh, I'll go for the window.
Okay?
There we go. That's a 21.
Hell yes. You take 1 additional point of damage
Great.
diving through the thorns. You leap through the window as the thorns sort of dragging across your body. Every time a thorn enters, you hear another whisper of, please stay, please stay. And you are like preparing to fall, and instead, just the tower is covered in briars. And on that check, you are like running down a hill that's too steep for you to break your fall. You just have to hope that you don't fucking die running down the hill. You are running in your shredded slippers. As your slippers like rend apart, you begin running barefoot on thorns and just manage to soldier through and not pass out due to the ambient blood loss. You reach the bottom of the briars and thud to a clearing.
And I wish the best for them, and I think that we can equip them with everything that they need.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
What? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good roll. It's a good roll.
Okay. It's we're 22.
22. You're okay. But in the middle of your sentence talking about how the children are the future, you see it. You see it right behind Bandle Bridge. It's in the shadows of the wagon.
Fucker. You fucking piece of shit.
What did you call me?
What?
What's that? You're in the dark. You can smell the smoke of the candles that have been blown out. You hear whimpering. Children in the cottage. Your siblings. It's night, and you finally made it back home. You know that there are people inside. You can smell them, but the doors are locked.
I tap very gently because I don't want to wake anyone. Bob.
You tap quite gently. Maybe they didn't hear.
Okay, I tap on a window. Bob, this is really serious. Something really serious is happening.
You tap on the window. Scratches left in the glass from claws.
I hide that hand. Bob.
Get away from here!
Bob, I just, if you could just let me in, I can explain everything. I'm sorry that I strayed. It turned out that you were right. I really shouldn't have strayed. And there were great consequences. I wish you had warned me how serious the consequences were, because I thought it was just about wasting time, but it was much, much, much more grave. Please, Bob, let me in. It's the door barred because—
I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are. But my daughter is dead.
No, she's not. She's right here. She's right here. She's not dead.
Wear her skin all you like. But I know. Look at you! And you see that a silver looking glass is held up.
I like hiss. Bob, I think there's just been a terrible misunderstanding. Bob, Grandma is dead. Grandma is dead. We have to talk about this. If Grandma's dead, I don't have anywhere to go if not here. Bob, please, it feels like the door is barred and I can't get in, and I don't know what I might do to try to get in.
You don't know what you might try to do?
No. Well, yes. Bob, I don't know what's going on. Please, I know you think I'm dead, but I'm not. I'm very, very alive. And if without some guidance, I'm scared.
You hear a voice from inside. We know that the wolf can wear the clothes of others. We know it can mimic their voice. Our only hope is that with tomorrow, the woodsman will come. We know.
Yet the woodsman doesn't come. Don't count on the fucking woodsman. I'm sorry I cursed.
All right. Don't hurt us. Don't do anything to the home.
I won't.
Come to the door.
Okay.
And I will let you in.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I get all of my clothing as neat and presentable as possible, and I put my hand in my pocket. And I stand at the door. Okay, I'm here now.
Give me.
Please open the door.
Straightening your clothes, you add a tear to your special red cloak that your grandmother made you. You're stronger than you can imagine. And in the...
It's fine, I can fix it.
You can fix it.
I can fix everything. Something's gotten seriously wrong. I can fix it.
You stand there, you can fix everything.
I just need my mom to open the door. And she'll tell me what to do.
You hear the door unlock, and you hear your mother's voice. The door is open. You can let yourself in.
Okay. I let myself in. I walk in, everything's normal. Everything's back to normal, and everyone's happy, and Grandma will figure out.
You open the door, and falling from the tall clock that had been set against it. The silver blade of a dagger thuds into your arm.
Who threw that, Mom?
Run, run! You hear the back door of the house open. This was a trap. It was put here to pierce your throat or your heart with a silver dagger. And you, on that 4 wisdom saving throw, feel something boiling up inside you.
You lured me in with your own love? You fucking scam of a woman. I guess I just kind of want to... Did they leave through the back door? Did they leave through the back door?
11 or higher, and they left. 1 through 10, and they didn't.
In my head.
That's a 7. They haven't made it out of the house yet.
No!
I want to stalk over to them. I want to flip the fucking table with the nice dinner, with one less setting out on it, and say, did you have a nice dinner? Did you all sit down to a nice dinner while you presumed I was dead? If I was so dead, where was my funeral?
Your shoulders and head touch the ceiling as you grow tall.
Where's my headstone?
You hear a voice from the forest. Breathe in. You must not forget to breathe. As you go, the table without a place for you, the mother who would not believe you, your family that attempted to flee from you in your moment of need. The windows shatter, the rafters peel away, wind moves, and your family is blown into the sky.
What?
Huff and puff, little one.
What have you done to me?
Can I do a quick perception check to see, or am I not tall enough to look into the carriage?
No, you can look into the carriage. You can go in there. You need to check.
That's a 21.
There's someone in there.
Someone?
There's someone in there. And Pinocchio. Puss shouldn't come with you.
Buzz, there's somebody in there. I think, get back to the fire. Go back to the fire. Just go. Okay. I wait until I think Pip is out of sight. And then, as quick as I can, turn the key and jump inside.
You walk into the door knowing what to expect already, because by the time you close the door behind you, you're not standing inside of a carriage. You're standing at the end of a long hallway. At the end, through the darkness, little seams of light from a doorway. The door shut. As it opens, all you can see and all you have ever seen, her silhouette.
Hi, Mom. Do you need something?
The time is growing short. The candle burns low, Pinocchio. You remember the night that first we met. You are standing in the village. The other children have been playing out under the light of the full moon. Playing late when they should be in bed. You run through the streets with limbs made of flesh, real hair on your head. A little boy, a real little boy. It's very quick and sudden how the shadow moves on the village. A woman, clad in black, frayed like spider webs, but beautiful, moving as though blown by a breeze with no wind to speak of, leaning on a tall staff, her face pointed, her eyes wide. And this is when you realize you are looking at the second fairy you have ever met in your life.
Hello, little children.
and welcome one and all. If it's a game you want, then a game you shall have. A white orb, silky and glowing like the moon, appears in her hand. That looks like the most fun ball you've ever seen.
Let's play. Let's play.
Oh, little children, play we might, but it's very important. And for a moment, you almost feel like you can see something moving in the shadows, in the streets. Something quick and skittering. Maybe just shadows flickering, or maybe something small, like rats, moving through the village. And you, little one, here is how we shall play. I shall ask you a question, and if you answer true, you will have your turn when we all play ball. And you see that the first little child smiles, looks up in delight. Little one, what is the name of your father? My daddy's name is Nico. Out in the village, you hear a scream. The child looks behind them. No, no, keep your eyes on me, little one. And what of your father's name? The next child says the name. A scream again, moving down the line. Children start to weep, knowing that something terrible is happening. She comes to you. Little boy, what's your name?
My name is Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. And what is your father's name?
Daniel.
No scream comes. Your body drops dead to the ground. And you wake up hanging from your strings in your father's house as he breathes in and turns, and you are with your benefactor in the long hallway again.
Of course I remember.
You have been telling many lies, Pinocchio. I hope you can manage them all. Much trickery and guile will be required for the coming days. Do not let the princess stray from your sight. You understand?
Yes, Mom.
It is such an honor to be your stepmother, Pinocchio. The door closes. The shadows recede. And that's all for this episode of Dimension 20.